What's up, guys? You already know what's going on. Today we played Boobies Frontlines once again. So, the new update dropped. I don't know when. I honestly forgot already. But, we will be talking about Cluster. You know Cluster. My favorite character. One of my favorite characters. Not gonna lie. Let's get into the video. You already know. Let's talk about Cluster. Not gonna lie, Cluster's pretty underrated. Not as much as before though. He used to be like severely underrated, not gonna lie to you. But now, since the new update, I don't know why, he just suddenly got better, like out of nowhere. He's still underrated though. It's just a little bit more people are starting to play him more. More people are starting to play him. And he's getting more attention. The attention Cluster deserves, to be honest. Cluster is just OP in my opinion. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Cluster is just underrated, built different, but he's not the best character in the game either. He's honestly kind of mid. He's pretty bad, but he is still underrated, and he's like just godly in the early game. Not gonna lie, he's just built different early game, dude. As soon as you spawn in, go on that Callista, pop off, go to whichever zone, A, B, C now, super operations, I don't know, C, whichever. Go to there, pop off, start shooting at everybody, literally just start clapping everybody's cheeks, bro. It's usually gonna be bots, so you can just melt the bots out of nowhere. I have a level 10 cluster and they just all get melted instantly. It's just insane how nice Cluster is in the early game with people group up. Even against real players too, some of them get clapped by the Cluster, and they're trying to avoid it, but they still get clapped. They can't avoid my Cluster, bro, dude. They're literally just garbage, dude. They're bad. You suck, dude. You're both. Anyways, the one reason Cluster has gotten better too is just because a lot of the new super operation maps and just maps, I guess they added 7 maps. I think they added. The Cluster is good because those maps have a lot of walls for Cluster to shoot around and all of that stuff. It's just like an indirect buff to Cluster by making the maps have more walls and more places for Cluster to clap people from. So it's pretty nice, not gonna lie to you. Cluster is just better now, which is awesome. Honestly, he can just destroy everybody, bro. Literally Cluster, dude. I don't even know how to play Cluster, but he's just built different, godly, dude. Honestly, for mid-game, Cluster isn't even that bad either. He's really not the best pick, but he's not that bad, you know what I'm saying? You can still try it, Cluster, and he's like common, so he has like, I don't know what timer he has. Freaking new cooldown timers on troops, kinda sus. I know somebody has them down, but not me, so I don't know, but I know commons have low cooldown, so he's pretty good. He's even better because of the low cooldown now. So you can just, die and just go to another troop, and then by the time you die with the other troop, you'll probably get the Cluster back, which is pretty nice. It is pretty nice, not gonna lie to you. That's just why Cluster built different, dude. Literally, he just claps everybody's cheeks, bro. You gotta love Cluster because of that. Anyways, in the mid game, I don't even know what you can do as Cluster mid game, to be honest. I guess you can defend. I guess you can go on offense too. Just clap people that are trying to defend. Its damage against defenses and stuff isn't the best, but it also isn't bad. But you just like heavy, you can't get away with just shooting at the wall nonstop. But it's not really worth it. Honestly, there's way better options. Obviously, it's just not gonna work out. Not gonna lie. But you can try it. I mean, if it's like a clutch moment, you can try it. But I recommend just using Cluster as like taking out defenders or taking out people in shields, because he's pretty godly at that too. He's really godly at that, not gonna lie. Yeah, you can mainly use him. You can also use him for defenses, chip down the defense for your teammate. He's pretty good at that since his damage isn't the highest, but it is damage. So you'll do something to help the team, Then also there's Cluster on defense, which is just questionable why you would do that, honestly. I haven't really seen anybody go Cluster on defense. I've tried it before though, and it's something, I'm telling you. It is something. It's definitely interesting to go Cluster on defense. you just don't do it. You're gonna get clapped. Everybody's just gonna run around your shots, especially the real players. The bots obviously are just gonna stand still and let you hit them, but the real players are gonna be hard to actually hit. It's honestly kind of whack. Okay, it's honestly kind of whack. Also, I'm here to give you a tip about cluster. I haven't tried it out like a bunch, but like when you shoot with cluster, you know how the shots kind of like go behind people sometimes. What I've seen, what I've observed, and what I've done from playing cluster a bit in this new update is if you flick your shot towards somebody, like flick and hold, you have a higher chance of hitting them, not gonna lie. Or just flick, now you don't have to hold. You have a higher chance of hitting people, you know, getting some damage to them. If you just hold your shot non-stop, you're gonna miss and you're gonna die because you're standing still. So I think if you just move around and flick your shot at somebody, you can hit them also. Also, if you move like the opposite direction and shoot at them, you also might have a higher chance, or you're just gonna completely miss. And also, if you move the same direction as them while you're shooting them, you also have a higher chance, or you might completely miss. Depends how they dodge you. It all depends on how they dodge you also. But you do have a higher chance of hitting them and hitting like your full shot, or just hitting something. It's honestly gonna take you a while to kill somebody who's moving around, unless they're garbage, or unless they're a sniper, because snipers just get 2-tapped by you. Snipers, Zukas, they get 2-tapped by clusters. It's honestly pretty nice. Honestly, you just hard counter those two, like insanely hard counter. Also a medic, but medic's medic. You don't really go for medics unless they're obviously healing somebody, obviously. And there's also heavy flamer. Cluster just takes a long time to kill them, not gonna lie to you. It takes a while. It's a couple, like, I don't know, 6 shots, 8 shots, and I'm level 10, and that takes me a long time. So imagine if you're low level cluster, it'd take you even longer, dude. But yeah, I don't recommend going for heavier flamer, going for them, unless they're in a group of like bots and you can just easily hit them. Then obviously you're just gonna go for them, bruh. Literally the easiest shots and kills. I remember one time I was playing cluster and there was like a whole team of bots just sitting there. I had a shield. I was just sitting there slowly chipping them all down, and I ended up with like almost 2,000 points with that. It was honestly insane. I literally killed the whole team. That's just cluster though, you know. Cluster's just godly like that, you know what I'm saying? Literally built different on the cluster, dude. Literally collabing. Okay. Anyways, cluster just be like that, bro. I can't tell how many times I said cluster, dude. It's just gotten so much better in this update. I don't know if they buffed them or something. I don't know if they nerfed them. They didn't really show balance changes. They just said that they buff rarities and stuff like that. I don't remember. But I don't know. Cluster just feels different this update for some reason. Maybe they did it, I don't know. Maybe because of the indirect buff with the walls and everything. Or maybe they secretly buffed a bunch of characters and didn't tell us. But that's pretty low chance, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel better about Cluster this update. Last update he felt kind of sussy. Or maybe maybe I got used to his aim. I got used to his new aim since it used to be awkward. But now maybe it's that I'm used to it and I've played him a bunch. It just feels better. Or maybe I'm just level 10 cluster and I melt everybody in a few shots. Maybe it's because I'm over leveled. I have no idea. But I'm going with it because I love cluster, dude. Imagine how wide his cheese can be spread and put Nutella on. Anyway, imagine just cluster just be like that, dude. It's literally insane, bro. You gotta love the cluster. Literally, imagine buying cluster feet picks, bro. Those feet picks been a hit hard. I might have done nut in between this all. Anyways, yeah, next to cluster, honestly, my favorite troop just be like jetpack. But jetpack kind of bad now, not gonna lie. Anyways, this video isn't about jetpack. This video is about Chrysler. The Chrysler just be a different troop, dude. Literally, you can also pair him with some power-ups too. He also counters some power-ups like the freaking decoys, grunts, like warrior. He just hard counters them because they're usually all piled up, so you can just clap them in a few shots. So keep that in mind if you ever see grunts in your game. Know that you can go cluster early game, and just in case your teammates buy them early game, you're gonna counter them easily. Just saying, keep that in mind when you're playing cluster. if you do decide to play cluster. Honestly, I think everybody should decide to play cluster, because cluster is just better now. Honestly, cluster meta question mark. I don't know. If you watch this video, make sure to try cluster out, even if he's under leveled, even if he's over leveled, you know, even better. Try that cluster out, bro. I really recommend cluster now. Just know it's gonna take a few games to get the hang of, even though, you know, he has auto aim. But anyways, yeah, just, you know, try cluster out. I recommend him now. I don't know why, but he's just better this update. And if you just don't do good with him, then I don't know what to tell you. You're bad. Maybe that. Maybe you're bad. I don't know. Anyways, that's enough for the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.